Okay, so the last bit of notes that we're going to be doing today is with these mixed practice problems at the top of the backside of that page. So find these problems, they're above the section 1 practice. I'm only going to do a couple of these just to kind of show you how to do them. So first off, this is going to be combining our two skills that we've learned so far. We've learned how to add and subtract monomials, and we have learned how to multiply monomials. In this problem, we're going to have both. These are being multiplied together, and so are these being multiplied together. But the two things that we are multiplying together are being added together. So we're going to have to multiply and then add. Or on the problem 38, same thing. These are being multiplied together. These are being multiplied together. But the two things that we're multiplying together are being subtracted from each other. So we're going to have to multiply and then subtract on number 38. So let's look at what that looks like. On number 35, I'm going to start with the multiplication over here on the left side. So I would take 2 times 4. Then for the x's, I would do x to the 5th, plus this one has x to the power of 1. For the y's, I'd have 2 plus 3. Then this addition would be in the middle. Now I'm going to multiply the right side. Remember, in front of this first part, because there's not a number that I see, it would be a 1. So 1 times 3. For the x's, I would have 4 plus 2. And for the y's, I would have 4 plus, this one has a 1. Okay, so then to multiply, 2 times 4 is 8. X to the power of 5 plus 1 is x to the power of 6. Y to the power of 2 plus 3 would be y to the power of 5. The plus sign is in the middle. 1 times 3 is 3. X to the power of 4 times 2 would be x to the power of 6. Y to the power of 4 plus 1 would be y to the power of 5. So now I've multiplied both sides. Now I have this addition. Now remember, we can only add if we have the same variables and the same exponents. So it looks like on this problem, both of these have x and y, and both of these have 6 and 5 as the exponents for x and for y. So both of these do have the same variables and the same exponents, and so they can be added together. So the way we're going to do that is we take 8 plus 3, and that's 11. Now here, a lot of people will incorrectly put x to the power of 12 and y to the power of 10. I'm adding these exponents together. But if you remember, look back at your notes. When we add and subtract monomials, we do not change the variables and the exponents. So after we multiplied these out together, when we're adding what we got, this should stay x to the 6th, y to the 5th. X to the 6th, y to the 5th. So when you are adding these monomials together, we don't change the variables or the exponents. Okay, so I'll give you one more example for number 38. Again, we're going to be multiplying first and then subtracting. So I'm going to start with the multiplying on the left side. This would be negative 5 times negative 3. Then for the c's, I have c to the power of 1 plus 4. For the d's, I have d to the power of 1 plus 1. And then I have this minus in the middle. I would take the coefficients, 7 times 2. For the c's, I have c to the power of 2 plus 3. And for the d's, I just have this one that's d to the power of 2. We don't have a d in the second part. So let's multiply these together. Negative 15 times negative 3 would be, negative 5 times negative 3 would be a positive 15. C to the power of 1 plus 4 would be c to the power of 5. D to the power of 1 plus 1 is d squared. Minus 7 times 2 is 14. C to the power of 2 plus 3 would be c to the power of 5. And we have d squared. Okay, once again, we got to see if we can subtract these. So they have to have the same variables and exponents, which these do. They both have c to the 5th d squared. So these can be subtracted. 15 minus 14 is 1. So we'd have 1 c to the 5th d squared. But if we have a 1 in front, we don't actually need that 1. We could just write this as c to the 5th d squared. So there's an example of how you can solve these problems when it requires multiplication and addition and subtraction. So all you need to do now is go down to the bottom of this page and finish problems 22 through 25, and then we are finished for today.